Welcome back to another morning edition of the secret mailbag. I had a message come in late last night, and it was from a lovely woman who I have not met, who who said that she is agitated out of her mind right now, and described what she was doing to try to improve her health as reducing or eliminating her SSRI medication. I don't know which one. And trying to go up on the Empower Plus as a replacement for or a new way of finding a healthy brain. So obviously, I approve of that idea. I love it, and it's something that completely changed my life. And I've watched a whole lot of other people over the last 24 years come full circle on that process. But wow, it is a painful process. So when I was posting this video, I actually just slapped in a link to one of many, many links that are out there. In the UK, they seem to be a little bit more vocal online. I don't see as much of it in the United States. I don't know if there's some rules about that or lobby. I don't know. I don't know who's winning that game for information. But a lot of the UK sites, when they're talking about medications and withdrawals, they are just dead honest about it. And certainly appreciate that because I experienced it myself. So I think that the first thing, my dear friend, that you need to know when you find yourself in that middle ground, you're a few weeks in and you are just out of your mind agitated, or you're nauseated, or you're tired, or any number of other symptoms. Number one, minerals don't do that to people. Nutrition doesn't cause any of that. And there's tons of proof and studies that have been published to show that withdrawal from an SSRI medication, so an antidepressant, does do that. So you kind of find yourself in a situation because commonly it's understood that the way to get out of that syndrome is out of SSRI withdrawal syndrome. Look it up, SSRI withdrawal syndrome. The way to end it is to go back on those medications. And you know, that's a tough spot. I didn't go back on those medications, but let me describe to you what I experienced without added amino acids, without the understanding about a lot of things that science has caught up with over the last, 24 years. 24 years ago, when I was going off of medications, I did it too fast. I was on far too high of a dose of the Empower Plus all at once. So I was dealing with kind of this crossover between the Empower Plus affecting the metabolism of the drug and then also reducing the drug too quickly. So it was just a mess. And there's a lot of information that's come out over the years to kind of show people how to just slow down and just take it easy, but know that this is a process that if you're going to go all the way with it, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a little. I found myself, I was literally like, I was vomiting at night, kicking my ankles until they bled in bed, the whole restless leg syndrome times a million. I got the shocks in my face and in my brain. And then for a while, I would feel it come like from my head straight down into my feet. I thought I was just losing my ever loving mind. I had no idea until years later when research started to really come out and the internet was more of a thing, started realizing that's actually really common for people who are reducing or making final eliminations on some of these medications. So medications that are not considered addictive still cause so much pain in reduction or elimination that people kind of have to stay on them or they have to buckle their seatbelt and get through it. And that's what I did. I did that because I didn't feel like I had any other options. I didn't really have anything to lose, honestly. I'd been on so many meds at that point, and I was still going to the hospital. I was still causing major problems for everybody in my life, and I still wanted to die all the time. So I didn't feel like I had a lot to lose by going through a process that I did not understand. Um, but I'm always, I don't want to say amused. Maybe I do. It's kind of sad. It's sad to me and also a little bit amusing when people have been on meds for so long and they think that it's just going to be like easy to get off. It's not. And by design it's not. Um, that's not me being like a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying are when you're taking those chemicals in, they're replacing certain processes in the body. They're creating different pathways or keeping things from being absorbed or reabsorbed in the system. Like they change you. So okay, my husband and I have always been doing saying this thing lately about don't change the cat food. So y'all know what happens when you change your cat's cat food, right? They get sick. And we're no different. When we build ourselves on something, on habits, or specifically on chemicals or even just certain foods, our bodies get used to these things. And when we just switch it up really quick, or even at all, there's always a bit of a reaction that comes with that. So, the first step is to just know there's no free pass on this. The second thing that I want you to know is that, oh my gosh, it's worth it. And I'm not going to cry when I say this. It's worth it. Sorry. When you get on the other side and you feel everything and you know what joy actually feels like, because it's actually palpable and I never felt it on medication. And I didn't feel it when I was sick either. But getting onto this side of being healthy is so worth it. And if you're safe enough to do it, and if your husband can tolerate you, because I know you're agitated and you're taking it out on him, because we take it out on the people that we love because they're safe, it's worth it. It won't last forever. And there are ways to now soften the blow and kind of like help yourself through it. The third thing that I want you to know is that sometimes people, I feel, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like when people are seeking support concerning Empower Plus, sometimes they're being recommended far too low of a dose. And that's based on a theory that I taught years ago when I helped to train support centers. We used to have 5 of them all over North America. Now there's one. They just consolidated everybody. But we taught this principle of kind of the gas and clutch, like going up on the capsules when the dose was 32, going up on the capsules slowly in increments while going down on the medication slowly and in increments, right? You know, gas and clutch, right? Like when you're driving a standard. So, and kind of doing it in an even way. That's not always how it goes now. I feel like because people are using lightning, there may be some misunderstanding about how much is too much and how much is not enough. And I feel like a lot of people are not getting enough of it to start to feel better while they go through a miserable experience like withdrawal. So consider your dosage and talk to the people who are supporting you through this and see if maybe a little more might not do a little better. Most people that in my life who are going through that process right now are using a few capsules in the morning, maybe 4 capsules in the morning, and maybe 1 or 2 lightning sticks throughout the day. If I was stuck smack in the middle of a transition, I think I would probably do 2 capsules in the morning and 1 stick. And that's not unreasonable for somebody who's going through. And then a week later, I'd be pushing it up and pushing it up. Don't let this thing drag on for months and months. It doesn't have to. It's going to hurt at some point, and that's a fact. And do a little research about what's out there. Look at those UK sites and see what kind of ultra honest information is out there for you. Lean in for support. I'm here, and you're always welcome to send me a message, describe your situation. I try to answer as much as I can here on lives so that more people can be reached with the same information. It just helps me so I'm not repeating myself all day long. But if this doesn't answer your questions, my friend, go ahead, write some more specific stuff to me in the DM or in the comments here if you're bold enough for that, and we can work it out. Okay. We'll see you all next time on my lovely secret mailbag. Bye.